Hello there, Aquarius, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. We've got your November 2024 singles reading. So if you're single looking for new love, this is the reading for you guys. So we've got a lot of new energy coming in here in the month ahead. On the very first day of the month, November 1st, we've got a new moon in the sign of Scorpio. And on the 30th of the month, we've got a new moon in Sagittarius. So this can be some really exciting energy for forming deep connections, for changing and transforming our lives. The new moon in Scorpio, of course, the planetary ruler is Pluto, and Pluto is moving into your sign out of Capricorn into Aquarius on the 19th of November. So this is ushering in an era, next 20 years, an era for you of change, transformation, taking back your power, really setting yourself up for the future, and really a time of growth. So this can really be a wonderful time to forge new friendships, new partnerships, attract new love into your life, and of course, maybe even change your outlook on love here as well. Pluto is the planet of change, transformation, brings in what is hidden. So it could be some mystery, something is revealed. And of course, Pluto is the planet of endings and new beginnings. So out with the old, in with the new. So it's going to be hugely transformative for you guys. The new moon in Sagittarian energy ruled by Jupiter can bring in some luck, some good fortune for you. Also is about adventure, trying new things, feeling inspired. You can forge passionate connections. Maybe you do go on an adventure somewhere and you might meet someone while doing that. Maybe you take on a creative endeavor or something and you might meet someone doing that. But all kinds of wonderful new energy, new possibilities. Thank you. We do have a full moon in the middle of the month on the 15th as well, and it's a full moon in Taurus. So look back to the new moon that we had in Taurus 6 months ago as a clue as to what this may be bringing to an end or bringing to fruition for you. Full moons are the end of a cycle and can also bring something blossoming in for you. Because we've had Pluto in Capricorn, some of you could have been distracted with your money and your career. And there could have been some instability, there could have been some changes, and there could still be some things that you're trying to wrap up. And of course, this can really cause your quest for love to be a little bit on the back burner. Okay, so that full moon in Taurus is all about your money, your income, how you make it, how you spend it. And so you could have something going on with your money sector there. This can also be because the ruler of Taurus is Venus, the planet of love and new beginnings. This can be the start of something beautiful. This can also be where you recognize your worth and you think about what you value out of a partner, out of a relationship. All right. But yes, you could certainly have something blossoming and coming in that you've been waiting for. And then this helps shift your focus back to love. Oh, we have goals coming in there. Very interesting because we've got goals. It is card 13. So Capricorn has been very goal oriented, and that's where Pluto has been, ruled by Saturn. And so very much goal oriented. So you could have some goals that you are achieving, and this allows you to shift your focus from whatever goals you've been working towards and then back towards your future for your love life. It's also card 13, and 13 is the death card, and that is Pluto energy, Scorpio energy. So there could be some very transformative energy for you, especially at the beginning of the month. But let's face it, the next little while, there's a lot of changes headed your way. But goals, progress is positive, and personal goals will be achieved. Very wonderful, wonderful energy. So you're probably feeling pretty good. We also have love. Well, would you look at that? Wow, I love that. You know what? This is love, and it's actually card number 17. 17 is the star card. That's Aquarian energy. Oh, beautiful. All right, love surrounds all your connections. Move forward positively in all areas of your life. Love it, love it, love it. Changes in your love life, goals achieved, a little bit of magic in the air. Wonderful, wonderful energy. So this certainly does bring in hope and inspiration, just like the star card, right? A little bit of magic in the air for you, certainly stepping into your own personal power and your power to change your life. So couldn't be more exciting for you at this time. So let's not get all those. Let's see what else we've got coming in here for you, Aquarius. Your main energy coming in, the Seven of Fire, stepping into your own personal power, feeling confident, feeling bold, feeling brave. We've got a unicorn on that card, and Aquarius, man, oh man, if there's a sign that embraces the weird and unique energy of the unicorn, it is you. All right. But the Seven of Fire is where we're feeling strong, we're feeling powerful, we're feeling like we're on top of the world, we're confident, we're ready for action, we're ready for change, we have overcome adversity, and we have risen to the top. This can certainly represent your ability to attract and find what you're looking for, right? Because you exude this wonderful, vibrant, confident energy. Plus, you're a unicorn. You're unique. Anyone would be lucky to have you. So this is awesome. We have the Seven of Water. 2 sevens in a row. Maybe some luck in the air for you. The Seven of Water is the energy that benefits you the most in the month ahead. Options. All right. Usually the Seven of Water, we've got a lot of potential possibilities that we're opening up here. And this is an energy of imagination, of fantasy, right? So maybe you've been dreaming about something, you've been fantasizing about love, maybe it's a certain person, or maybe it's just the energy of love, right? But this shows, with this being in your blessings position, this shows your ability to harness your imagination and turn your dreams, your fantasies into reality. So you could seriously have a dream person or the person of your dreams coming into your world for you. But the Seven of Water does quite often represent, there's a lot of possibilities. And sometimes what happens is we get confused because it's like, oh, my judgment is clouded, or I've got too many options, too many things to decide, and I'm just feeling a little overwhelmed. So we don't make a choice, or we've got some fear elements that come to light with the Seven of Water. But with this being in your blessings position, you're trusting yourself to make the right decisions, to make the right choices, and you are not procrastinating. So you're ready for action. So instead of feeling stuck or swirly twirly, okay, you're getting a little bit more clarity and you're feeling more confident. Seven of Fire, right? So this is an awesome energy coming in here for you. But I do feel that maybe the door, the portal to love is opening for you guys. And the world is definitely your oyster in that. So if you have to make choices, if you have to make decisions, it's your intuition that's really going to be guiding you in that. So trust your intuition, follow your heart, and you are not going to go wrong. But yeah, a lot of potential possibilities there for love. We've got the King of Air at the back of the deck, and the King of Air is the King of Swords energy. So clarity and a sense of purpose. All right. This is knowing what you want and going for it. This is taking clear and decisive action, having crystal clear conversations. This can indicate where your head is at, right? You're thinking clearly instead of being confused. Seven of Water, the blessing is thinking clearly, right? So excellent energy there for you. Also, the power to communicate is yours for the taking here with this energy as well. The King of Air can certainly be your ability to communicate not just with one person, maybe with multiple people, and get to the heart of the matter rather quickly. You're not wasting any time. The King of Air does not waste any time finding out answers and information and using those answers and information to make a decision. So this can certainly be the energy that you're embracing. But the King of Air is awesome for conversations. So the portal of communication is certainly open for you. There could be a potential air sign coming in at the back of the deck. It can be a surprise. It can be something out of the blue, or it can be something that is like an underlying energy, right? So an underlying, it's like, yes, I've got options. I'm meeting people. I'm opening the door to possibilities here, but I kind of have an idea what I want, right? And this can be where maybe you are looking for someone who can really communicate well, someone who you can talk to about all kinds of subjects. That would be the King of Air right there, right? Your conversations about weird and wacky subjects would be endless, right? Someone who, can, maybe is quite intelligent, because Aquarius, you are very much known to be one of the more intelligent signs, right? and usually probably picking up little tidbits of information everywhere you go. And so it's nice to be able to meet our intellectual match sometimes, right? But the King of Air is also wise, though, right? Wise and very intuitive as well. But this can be, whether this is a person or your energy, can be something that does come in out of the blue, or maybe something that's coming in, but not quite yet, okay? Something we still need to wait for, but this can be somebody who we can have some really great conversations with, all right? Now, we also have here the Hermit. Oh, dear Aquarius. Now, the Hermit is in your challenge energy. The challenge is getting out of the house. Oh dear. Okay. So, Aquarius, you do like your freedom and independence. Okay. You don't like anyone necessarily tying you down or preventing you from doing the things that you want to do, right? Putting you in a corner doesn't usually end well. However, some of you, most Aquarians, do like their quiet time, right? And the quest for independence or for some solitude. The Hermit is a wonderful card, a wonderful energy of soul searching, spiritual growth, figuring out who you are, figuring out what you want, lighting your lantern, lighting your path forward, brings in a healing energy here as well. It's one where we learn something about ourselves or other people potentially, but it can also be one where we've gone into hermit mode, right? Now, locking yourself in your bat cave and not coming out is a solitary energy. And a solitary energy in your challenge position means you need to get out of the house. So if you have found yourself squirreling yourself away a little bit, there might be a lot going on, right? Maybe there's, maybe you are on a spiritual path, or maybe you are learning new things, or maybe you just haven't felt like going out and meeting new people or anything like that. It's a challenge sometimes, right? You need to recharge your batteries. Just be very aware of getting stuck in hermit mode, because you have so many interests and you're probably not bored. You probably do enjoy your own company a lot of the time. And it can get very comfortable in hermit mode. But we don't want to necessarily be there forever. Not if you're looking for love, right? Chances are, if you don't put yourself out there in some way, right, then you're not doing your part to help the universe to bring you love, right? Because you're hiding. Okay, so just be a little bit aware of that. Okay, so solitude is wonderful. Alone time is necessary in a lot of cases, but we don't want to stay there forever. So try and find a little bit of a balance. Now, the Hermit energy is also a card of questioning. Who am I, right? So you could just be in an energy here as well where you're doing a little bit of soul searching, you're doing a little bit of reflection, and you could also be experiencing some spiritual growth, right? So sometimes when we're going through those things, or maybe you are in a healing element here as well. So we need to finish out those things before we can move on to the next, right? So this can just be a delay here for you, okay? And that's the challenge here for finding love, is there's something here that is a little bit of a delay. And the Hermit card is Virgo energy. So Virgo does relate back to the 6th astrological house, which actually has to do with your job, your work, your daily routines. And of course, we do have goals energy here for you. So there is some goal that you are wanting to achieve, right? And it feels like this is in front, just like the cards are. This is in front, ahead of love. So if you do have some goal that you're trying to do, or some career stuff that you're working on, because that 6th house is your daily routines, right? The things you do day to day. You get up, you have a shower, you go to work, maybe you go to the gym, whatever it happens to be. Maybe you need some more balance in your life as well, because maybe you've been working a lot of hours and putting a lot of attention and focus in your work, in your career. But we got to take a step back a little bit. We've got to make some time for love, right? If we don't make room for somebody new, or room to meet new people in some way, then we're not going to likely find some love, right? I mean, the universe will find a way, but we may cause more delays than we really need to, right? So, so there certainly be something there that is taking priority over love at the moment, but love is still coming in. Love is on the horizon for you there. So things are shifting, things are changing. So it's like a little bit of limbo kind of energy that's coming in. You and Capricorn especially, you're both kind of like in the same little boat, but of course you're the main players in this giant Pluto transit. It's a big deal. Okay, this is very revolutionary energy. Okay, and so this does not happen very often, obviously, right? Pluto only changes signs about every 20 years or so, depending on, it can be a little bit longer, depending on retrogrades and things that can slow things down. But 20 years for a planet to be in your sign is a big deal, right? And the last time that Pluto was in Aquarius, we had revolutions, right? And so power to the people, right? So personally, this does bring revolution and transformation to our personal lives there as well, right? So anyway, so you could certainly be making some changes and things like that, rearranging your daily routines to make a little bit more time for the love that's coming in, right? So now you could also potentially have a Virgo person that is giving you a little bit of grief. It can be an ex, it can be a family member, it can be a friend, whatever that happens to be, but you might need to deal with this person or situation first. The 7 of Fire, you're at the top of your game, you're advocating for yourself, you're standing up for yourself, and you may even be really solidifying some boundaries in your life as well, right? Because let's face it, relationships are messy, and sometimes we can't just cleanly cut ties with our past relationships, especially if you've got children, right? But if someone's overstepping your boundaries, I don't think they're going to do that for very long. Because I think you're really about to put your foot down, especially with that King of Air, right? That's really a wonderful energy. And that 7 of Fire, wonderful supportive energy for really putting your foot down with boundaries that someone is maybe trying to overstep. So sometimes, we do need to deal with a little bit of issues here and there before we can really open that door to love. But we've got the 10 of Earth here as well. And the 10 of Earth is showing up as your advice from Spirit. Beautiful energy. The 10 of Earth is success and abundance. It's one of stability and security in your house, in your home, in your job, in your money, all of these things. But it's also a card of inheritance. It's also a card of family as well. And so it does have the little bit of flair here of allow people to help you. Okay. Or, it's because it is an advice card, right? And we do have goals, right? Goals, goals, goals. So this does feel like, an energy of you will succeed in your goals, but don't get so obsessed on one thing. Remember that everything does have a balance in life, right? We always have goals. We always have things that we want to achieve. We like to have stability and security in our lives, right? But sometimes we do need to allow other things into our lives as well. I do also feel that the universe is saying that if you've been working towards a goal, your goal is very much in reach right now with that 10 of Earth energy. So remember to give thanks and be grateful for all of the blessings in your life and the blessings that are still coming in for you. Okay. I also do feel like Spirit is saying to you here that you are attracting someone towards you that is reliable, dependable. They are stable in their lives as well. And, perhaps Aquarius, you have been in some relationships where you have been the one that, kind of is the leader of the relationship, if you want to call it that. Maybe you're the one that has nurtured the relationship, and people take advantage of that because you're a healer, you're a light worker, a lot of you. And, and because you are the humanitarian of the zodiac, you're very helpful. And sometimes people take advantage of that, whether they do it on purpose or whether it's just a pattern that gets fallen into. And because you're always willing to help others, this can put you in people-pleasing mode. So just remember in this energy that, Spirit, I think, is saying here that you are attracting a love, you are attracting people towards you that are not going to take from you. They're going to enhance your life and not take from it, right? And so this might be a little bit of a weird situation for you, because maybe it's something that you have not necessarily experienced before, even though it's maybe something that you've desired. So maybe it could be an earth sign with the Hermit card there as well, right? Could be an earth sign, and, air sign with earth sign. Yeah, maybe, right? Why not? Down to earth, practical, a little slow moving. Aquarians tend to move a little bit quickly, but it could really temper the energy, temper the elements there. So you just never know. But we do have 2 sevens coming out here for you, and sevens are very spiritual in their numerology, but it can also be very lucky, right? So you could have a little bit of luck on your side for love. We have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Ooh la la. And that is absolutely it. Positive thinking. 10 of Earth. Think positive, right? Think positive, think abundant, right? We don't want any elements of lack creeping in, right? But when we are optimistic, new moon in Sagittarius, very optimistic energy. But when we're optimistic, when we stay positive, when we put out really wonderful positive vibes, we attract that back to us, right? We also have here forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments, right? And again, just as we were just saying, that some of you have had those relationships where maybe it's not necessarily the other person's fault. It might be a karmic situation that you were clearing out, right? And so you had to step back into these things to clear them out, right? Experience them again in this lifetime. But it's, we have to not just forgive other people, okay, and learn from our experiences or learn from our mistakes, right? But we need to forgive ourselves as well. Aquarius, remember that sometimes you're very hard on yourself. Beat yourself up a little bit, okay? And, we need to forgive ourselves, which is sometimes the hardest kind of forgiveness of all, okay? But as we do that, we release, we step in the flow, we move forward in a positive direction. And don't forget, Pluto going in your sign, this can really be part of positive change where you do release some things from the past, right? And this sets you up for a better future, a better tomorrow. It's very futuristic energy that's coming in here for you, right? And so this is part of that journey, is letting go. We also have you deserve love. You are lovable. Okay. Aquarius, it doesn't matter what kind of relationships you've been in the past, or what you're doing and going through now. You deserve love. All right. You always give love to other people. You're always helping other people. You're putting yourself out there. You're sharing your knowledge and your wisdom, your acquired wisdom, right? And, and you don't mind most of the time. But remember, you deserve love too. But love yourself first. Emit that love out into the universe and trust that will come back to you. Okay. You got to keep an open mind there, Aquarius. Okay. Keep your heart open as well. All right. You might be slow to let people in, but once they're in, they're in. Okay. So yes, that sometimes requires a little bit of caution. 7 of fire, right? Little boundaries there. But ultimately you deserve love. Okay. Whatever kind of love that you seek, and it's coming in, it's here. I'll leave that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. So please do like, share, subscribe. Interesting and exciting month for you guys. Okay, a lot of change in the wind. Sometimes they happen overnight. Sometimes it takes a little while. Okay, and we're only a couple months away from Aquarius season. We're only 3 months away from Aquarian season. So this can certainly be setting you up for some very interesting times ahead in your astrological new year. But I hope you guys have a wonderful month. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.